wants to talk about Stranger Things? I want to talk about Stranger Things. Please welcome the star of the show, Millie Bobby Brown!
Hello, Chicago.
Oh, look right there. I love that. Don't you love the dedication of your fans?
Thank you. So that looks great.
Hold that up so everyone can see there. I mean, when did you first realize that Stranger Things was going to have such an impact, a profound impact on so many people?
I mean, when my Instagram followers started to go up, and I started to get 100,000 followers, 200, and then I hit 1 million, and then 2 million, and 3.3 million, and probably then, when I just realized, whoa, everybody's starting to get more recognition. I type in my name in on Google, and a lot of things come up, good and bad.
All good, all good.
I mean, no. So probably then, and when we got nominated for a SAG, I mean, that's really late on, but I think when you get recognized by, the SAG Awards, where there's another actor appreciates your show, that's when I realized, wow, this is pretty big.
It is such a phenomenal show, and it was really interesting because it kind of, came onto the market and nobody was really taught, and then it just sort of gained this crazy momentum. You were 11 when you actually filmed the role, 11, and the role obviously calls for so much emotion, and you don't have the advantage as an actor of being able to verbalize and use your voice to portray that. How did you approach the role?
Well, I didn't. That's the thing. It's easier to go into a role that you have no idea what you're doing, because that sounds kind of crazy, but it comes out more instinctual, I think, and so that's why when I went in and I had the screen test, I was like, this seems all right, and then when I got the job, I realized, whoa, I have no idea who my character is. What's her name again? And then when I went into the first episode, the second, 11 was part of me, and it's filming season 2 now, it's easy, just click right into her again.
Season 2, we're all so excited, and we know you can't say anything, but let's talk. The show obviously is set during the 80s. Yeah. You were not around during the 80s. No.
No,
I was
right.
around during the 80s. One of my favorite things watching the show is, with Winona Ryder and this season, yeah. Sean Astin, it really kind of takes you back to that decade.
Right.
What is your impression of the 80s?
I love it. I do. I really like it. It's a lot better, a lot of people have freedom back then, and we don't really have freedom right now. We can't go outside on our bikes without thinking somebody's going to murder us or kidnap us. I'm serious. My parents weren't ever. Before I was even known, I couldn't go outside. My mum would be like, "Be careful," So you can't really do anything. And back then, my dad always used to tell me I could go over to the store and go get some milk, and I'm like, how? Did nobody know? So probably that, but it's great. I love it.
And what has it been like? Has Winona Ryder, who obviously was a, child actor as well, has she sort of given advice to you and the other young cast members?
I mean, Winona and I have an incredible bond. We're like mother and daughter. We argue, and then we're best friends afterwards. We're very close, and I love her. And she's given me lots of advice, and not when I don't need it. I will come to her and be like, I have no idea what to say on this scene, and she'll be like, well, you could just say it like this, or you could do. And when I was younger, I would do it like this, and she would just help me so much during that process.
It's so nice to be a part of a cast where there's that, not the competition aspect that's prevalent, but more the giving. And I think that it really translates in, the episodes. It shows that you guys truly enjoy working together.
For sure. I mean, all the boys, they would go to each other to, what do you think I should do? And we'd all meet up at my house last season. We'd all meet up at my house, and they would all rehearse lines. I mean, I wouldn't rehearse lines because I just sit there, but they were like, what are you going to do? And I'd be like, I don't know yet, what, do you know any of your, because I sometimes had a couple, do you know any of the lines? Do you know what you're doing tomorrow? No, I'm just going to see in the morning. And I'd go on set in my rehearsal, and they'd be like, so do you know what you're doing? No, what do I have to do? And they tell me, and that's why it looks so natural, is because I have no idea what I'm going to do that day. Seriously. Yeah, so that's how I became 11.
That's awesome. Do you guys have questions for Millie? If you do, then there's going to be 2 mics that are going to be available in the aisles. And while everyone's getting lined up, let me ask you, with season 2, obviously the huge success of season 1 and then the season 2 announcement, were you able to go in and talk to the writers and say, here's some ideas for 11. This is where,
Yeah.
do some pitching?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that, though. They sometimes hate it. Because I'm like, what if 11 moves to LA? And they're all like, okay, Millie, we've had enough of you. But, yeah, I mean, they're geniuses. I trust them. They are like my big brothers. I text them about everything. They text me, Millie, are you dating anyone? Millie, are you doing this? Millie. And I'm like, guys, chill. They're like, let us know. And just, so they're like my brothers. So, I mean, I wouldn't really go up to them because I get really scared because they'd be like, no, we don't need your advice, and then you guys just see season 2 as...
Ooh. I know you can't say anything, but I think that I speak for everyone when I say we're dying to know. Let's start our questions over here.
Hi, my name is Andalib. I'm from Chicago, and I love Stranger Things. I'm also a big horror buff. Was wondering if you have any favorite scary movies or sci-fi films.
Ooh.
E.T. and The Goonies and Stand By Me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Those are great, like classic, genre, also 80s. See, you do love the 80s.
Oh, I love the 80s. I don't think I mentioned that before, but I love the 80s. I could live without a phone if I could, and without a computer. Like, if I could do that, I mean, my dad is trying to get into my phone, right? He likes to look at my Instagram because I don't put it on my phone. So he's like, what's your password? What's your password? He tries to get in every advantage I go on stage trying to get into my phone. But I could give it away, like 10 seconds. Go for it, but you kind of need it now. Like, I was born with a phone.
Yeah.
So, like, now I'm like, how would I live without a phone? But I could. I think if I was born without one, I could definitely live without one.
Absolutely. Hi. You look great. Don't be nervous.
Oh, microphone's not working.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Emily and I'm from Chicago. I love the show, like you're my favorite character. But if you couldn't be 11, who would you want to be?
In the show.
Yes.
That's hard. I don't know.
I mean, there's so many characters. I mean, I kind of have this thing that I would love to be Steve Harrington for just for one day, because he's like amazing.
Yes.
He's so great. But I don't think I could do it any better than Joe Keery had done. So, I mean, and I'd kind of have to say Dustin because Gaten's here today. Like,
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Sasha from Chicago, and I just want to say I'm like freaking out because you are so amazing. But if as 11 and you had to go against someone, you could be like a superhero, doesn't need to be from the show, who would you love to go against?
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Thank you. Yes, hi.
Hi, I'm Lacey, and I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. And I just think you're absolutely incredible. You being only 13 and being absolutely amazing is such an inspiration to me. But I want to ask you, as being 11 and on Stranger Things, what was the scariest scene to film?
Good question. Scariest film. Scene. Oh my god, scary. I've never done a film. Scene. I mean, I'm going to kind of tie this in with a scary set, but when I was on set once and we work in a mental institute that's shut down, and it shut down about 20 years ago, and it is so creepy.
Yeah,
So creepy. It's so, like, oh my goodness, I can't even. But, like, I had to film the Papa scenes last season and screaming down the hall, and that was the Mental Institute. And I thought it'd be a good idea to go and walk around because, you know, PE. So I'm walking around with all the boys, and we actually find a dead mouse. And that was it for me. I was like, no, we're going, get the elevator, you know, like, and Gaten and everybody were like, no, it's just a mouse. I'm like, it's dead. You know, that's not, and they're like, exactly, isn't it better dead? I was like, no, it's not, it's disgusting, you know, and then they reach towards it to Snapchat it. I'm like, you guys are, honestly.
They're gross.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Hi.
Oh
Hi.
my God.
I'm Haley. I'm from Central Illinois, and I love you so much. But I was wondering if you could sing something for us because you have an
Sure.
awesome voice.
What do you guys want me to sing? I mean, I'm not rap. How did I know you were going to say that?
You can also check out a lot of her singing on her YouTube channel,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Meet you downstairs in the bar and heard your rolled up sleeves and your skull t-shirt. She said, what did you do with him today? And sniffed me out like I was Tanqueray. 'Cause you're my fella, my guy. Hand me your Stella and fly. By the time I'm out the door, you tear me down like Roger Moore. I cheated myself like I knew I would. I told you I was trouble, and you know that I'm no good.
That was amazing. Thank you, Millie. That was awesome. What a treat.
Pull up and I'm on. No, I'm kidding.
That comes later. Hi.
Hi, my name's Leah. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. And what was your favorite scene to film on Stranger Things?
Favorite scene? Probably season 1, so they can relate.
Really? I mean, no, I'm kidding. Let me think. Probably the tank scene. You know, when I'm wearing the helmet and I'm going down and I'm like, Papa, Papa, stop. You know, probably that, because that was really fun to film. Yeah, that's it really. And it was very dangerous, which made it even more fun. Because if you were like this or this and you made 2 sudden movements, you drown.
That would have not been good for the show or for you.
No, it wouldn't be. But, you know, who cares, right?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Moose. I'm from Chicago. I love you in the so much. I'm a huge fan. And I was wondering, how long did it take you to get used to the shaved head?
About 10 seconds. Yeah, I shaved it and I was like, oh, I like this. Yeah, and I even liked it more as when it rained because I felt the rain on my, so good. It was like a massage every day. And then like if I itch my head, you just feel it. Like it's kind of hard because I don't know if you guys can see my hair now. It's really long, but I hate it. I really do. I wish it was shorter again because I mean I love my buzz cut. So I'm definitely going to keep it short for a while, I think.
Thank you.
Thank
Hi.
you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Tess from Palatine, Illinois.
Are you Joyce?
Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you'd only have to be. I mean, I'm taller than Noni, so she's here. So you'd have to be this short, and you'd have to hold a massive bottle of water like this. You're Winona Ryder right there.
I'll crouch down. Thank you. But my question was, you guys are all so loved by like celebrities, like at the Golden Globes. Everybody loved your guys' rap. That was awesome, except for you apparently. But I was just wondering, what has it been like getting this sort of reception from huge stars like at awards shows like this?
It's great. You know, the usual. I think the biggest, like, because it's easy. So I'll tell you a funny story. Every award show I go to, when the celebrities are drunk, I get their numbers. I do. Oh, it's so fun. Is that, I'm not gonna name call, but, not gonna name call, but it's very hard. But like, I've never met Cara Delevingne before. And she wasn't at the award show, but I don't even know how I got her number, honestly. But I did. I also got Zac Efron's number. Yeah, he's really nice. And then, who else? I mean, honestly, it kind of worries me, though.
That's why your dad's trying to get into your phone.
I know, my dad, oh my goodness.
He wants to,
Yeah, wait, Dad, who else? I don't.
He couldn't get in. He
Aaron
doesn't know.
Paul, hold on. Pass me my phone. I have to see, because I've been actually wondering this for a very long time, of how many people. I think Aaron Paul, and that's it, really. I mean, that's not it, but that could be it.
Do you text
I mean,
them?
for Greg Sulkin, Gayton, Maddie Ziegler,
Well, I think
Kaya Gerber,
yeah.
who's Cindy Crawford's daughter. I freaked out when I got her number, though. Like, because in the modeling industry, she's like my hero. Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, I love you! And the one I really would love to get, though, is Kendall Jenner. Like,
Okay, so this is a goal for
this is goals.
season 2.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure, yeah. You know, I met Meryl Streep, and I was going to ask her for a number, and then I thought, better not.
She may not have a cell phone.
Yeah,
I mean,
she might, but she knew who I was when we was at the Golden Globes. I was like, oh my God, I love you. But I didn't know, like, should I tap her on the back? I mean, she's Meryl Streep. She's like, you know, and I was like, hi, I'm Millie, big fan. She was like, oh my goodness, you're nominated tonight. I was like, yeah, I am. Yeah, so there you go.
But there must be something really satisfying, like you said, about getting that peer affirmation that you're putting out quality work and art. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really fun because not just like having their number, but to discuss like really cool things, to know that what they know. Like Aaron Paul is my fake dad. That's what he calls me. So basically, he'll know things that I know, but I never really talk about it, and he'll let me like vent out to him, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over here. Hi.
Hi, my name is Grace. I'm from Chicago, and you are such an inspiration, first of all. And I was wondering if, in a lot of scenes, you are very straight-faced. Is it very hard for you to keep like a very straight face and not just bust out laughing?
I mean, it has to be, for me, like, to laugh. I mean, the only people that make me laugh is Gayton, my dad, myself. Oh, yeah. And that's it. Because, honestly, like, and so the only people that make me laugh is them, and when I'm in a scene, if Gayton's laughing, I'm gone. See ya. It's like, I'm done. But when I'm by myself, Matthew Modine made me laugh as well. But apart from that, I think I'm pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Lillian, and this is Nina.
We were wondering if, before Stranger Things, were you friends with any of the other actors?
No, none of them. No, I had no idea who they were. And they didn't, like, they was like, who's Millie? I was like, who's Gayton? Whoa, that's weird. You know, and then when I met them, they're like, I don't know how I would have, like, I don't think I would have been as sociable. Like, I'm a very sociable person, but around people and friends, like, I'm like, what do I do? You know, am I supposed to talk now, you know? And so with them, they're like, we're like siblings now, so, yeah.
What was it like the first time you guys were cast and you got in
So awkward.
It was?
Yeah. I mean, we had no idea, and we're supposed to be best friends. I mean, how did that happen? And then I think the first person I met was Finn, and we had done a scene together beforehand, screen test, and we had no idea we had like a crush on each other in the show. So we was like, hi, nice to meet you, I'm Millie. And he was like, hi, I'm Finn. And immediately we clicked, and then I met, I think I met Gayton next, and Gayton was like, hi, I'm Gayton. I was like, whoa, You know, I was
Right.
like full of energy. Okay, you know, and then like you grow to love them, and then Caleb and Noah's like my best friend, and Sadie this season is like, she's like my sister. It's so nice to have a girl on set because you just deal with so much boy stuff. Oh my goodness, you know, video games and girls and pizza and, you know, and like, I'm just not about that life. So having Sadie around is really, really nice. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Hunter, and I'm from Chicago, and I was wondering, do you actually like Eggo waffles?
You had to ask, huh?
Yes, I do. I just don't like the amount I eat, so I have to eat at least 10 in a scene. That's not very appealing anymore. You know, when you're eating and you're eating and then you're like, ooh, that's a lot of Eggos I just ate. And then they're like, cut for lunch. And I'm like, okay, cut for dying, you know? So yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm used to eating now, especially this season. I mean, you'll see. You'll see.
Thank you. Do you like Eggos?
Yes.
Okay.
Do?
Hi.
Hi, hi Millie. Welcome to Chicago. My name is Gretel, and I was wondering what your first impressions were of your castmates.
Of my castmates?
Yes.
Winona was just, I don't even know. Winona was just so calm. She's a very calming person, you know. And then David's like, hey, kid, you know, and I'm like, oh, he's scary. And then Gaten, like I said, just whoa. Finn really chilled out, you know, just really laid back. And then Sadie, it was just like so perfect. I'm vegan. I want to be vegan. And then she like, and so I thought, I'm going to be vegan for a day. That's what I'm going to do. So in the morning, she wakes up, you know, she's like, all right, you know, and my dad's like, Millie, you want some food? I'm like, no, I'm not allowed to have anything in my house, you know, because everything's like meat. And then I go on set and we go into the crafty, the kitchen. And I said, what am I allowed to have? Well, you're not allowed to have this, oh, no, that, not that, no. And I'm like, okay, I'm not vegan anymore.
It's not going to work for me.
Yeah, it's not going to work. You know, so yeah, I mean, honestly, the first impressions of everyone is just really great.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Julia, and I'm from Chicago, and I'm meeting you like this. I'm sorry, first impressions. I was gonna ask, you know, what's it like to travel around a lot? You know, like you had to travel from, you know, wherever you were now to this con and like a bunch of other places, you know. So how's it like?
Atlanta International Airport is my home. It really is. It's my hub. So basically, I wake up, like this morning, I woke up at 5. It's really early for me. I woke up, I just got ready immediately, I jumped on a plane, I slept the whole time, woke up, and then I come here. So I mean, and coffee gets me through the day. But like, I went to Indiana, I went to the Philippines, which was a 14-hour flight, which was crazy for just a weekend. So, and then I go to England back and forth a lot. So the jet lag can be a little hard, but you know, you kind of just get used to it after a while. Like I went to LA for a little bit this week, which was fun. I can't wait for you guys to see what I was doing. But yeah, so it's really, I mean, I love traveling, especially with my dad. Like I said, he keeps me going and he gets me coffee. That's good.
That's a very important job.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
important job.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm from Iowa, which is basically like Indiana from the Twilight Zone. So I had a production question because it seems like almost all actors or actresses encounter something like this, but going through Stranger Things in the filming, there must have been some scene that was just, you went through over and over again. Was there one that you were just like, I can't wait for the scene to end? Like anything that took like 20 takes or something like that?
A marathon?
Is like that's a normal. You're talking more. like 30, which is normal for a scene. I mean, if you're talking last season, there was not really, I'm not like showing off, but like they used to call me One Take Millie. I would just do it in one take because it's easier to do it in one take, and I would prefer, like with the boys, you can't really do it in one take because there's so many actors to get shots of. And so, but by myself, we usually do like 2 or 3 shots and we're done. So that's why they're like, when's Millie working? I'm like, I don't know, guys, seriously. I mean, honest. And there's like this season, wow, I'm not One Take Millie. I'm like 20 Take Millie. A lot of takes.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Maddie. You're like my favorite person like in the world. So you're like my biggest inspiration in acting because that's what I want to do when I grow up.
Right.
So how did like your acting career start?
That man right over there. My dad, he said, he was like, you are getting on my nerves. You have to go to a school or something like to do with, get out on a Saturday, because I would sit in on a Saturday and I'd watch Netflix and I would play on my phone. And he was like, let's just do something fun. So he took me to a school where they had done modeling, singing, dancing, and acting. So singing I love, right? But my dad said I was a little too young just to sing just yet. I didn't really know what to sing about, And then my modeling was like, not for me at that moment, Now it is, but not then. I was like, what is modeling, And then dancing. If you follow my Instagram page, I'm not good. And then acting, I love. I thought it was like, what is this? This is so weird. I'm not Millie anymore. Like, I'm 11, I'm Madison, I'm just so many different people, and I love that. And so that's when I realized modeling, singing, and acting was my thing. And my dad drove me. So then I realized I wanted to go into acting, and then I said, well, now I really want to do acting. Can we move to LA? He packed up the bags with my 1-month-old sister, my 16-year-old brother, my English Mastiff, in a tiny car with my mum, and we drove to LA, and it took us 3 days, and it was a lot of arguing, and we got there, nowhere to stay. We just stayed in this hotel, and I went to meet a bunch of agents. I got an agent, and we lived there for 3 years, and that's where it started. So, yeah.
Thank you. That's such commitment. That's so special to hear,
Yeah.
I mean, and it sounds like it's a symbiotic relationship that you are equally as committed.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Hi.
Hi, my name is Bill, and I live here in Chicago. I love your hat, by the way.
Thanks. I was doing it especially for you guys. I got off the plane, and I was like, in the airport, I was like, get that, So my dad was like, okay, get it. And I got some jerseys, and I think I'm going to sign some and give some away today. So come see my booth.
So my question is, I know you got here early this morning, but what are your impressions of Chicago, and if you have any plans or things you're excited to see or do while you're here?
I'm leaving at 5.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, it's going to be a great trip.
This is the actor's life, though.
Yeah, in and out. It's like a puddle jump for me anyway. It's like an hour and 20 minutes from Atlanta, so it was really nice. But I think the one thing I love so far is just the people. You're so nice, and really, doing these Comic Cons very humbling, and I like to stay grounded. So it's really nice to meet everyone, and thank you so much for coming out and seeing me.
They're so happy you're here. Think back, if you can, to your first convention appearance after Stranger Things, and when you saw your first 11 cosplay, what did you think?
Well, it was London Comic Con. I was in London, and I was like, why is this dude dressed up as me? Like, that's so weird. And why? Does it make him happy? I mean, and then you become really understanding. This is my 18th Comic-Con, so I've been to New York, to the Philippines, like I said, Salt Lake City, Indiana, Seattle, like you name any state, and I've been there. So I've seen like 80-years-olds.
As 11. I love it.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
It's so great.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Elena. I'm from Chicago, and I had a question about, like, in the final scene of Stranger Things, when there was, like, the kiss, was it awkward for you guys or no?
Well, what do you think?
I mean, no. Would you want to kiss a stranger or want to kiss your friend? I mean, obviously you want to kiss your friend. I mean, that sounds weird, but... oh, my God. I should stop talking. No, you're doing it for the show. Like, obviously, you know, Finn is, like, my brother, and it's disgusting trying to kiss, you know. Why would... So... get so nervous talking about this one. Finn's Finn. We were like really professional about it. It was very weird at first, and then you just really get to get used to it. You know, I don't know, has Gaten already done his panel yet?
I don't think he's coming.
To a panel?
Wait, who?
Gaten. Yeah, he's here. He's not coming to a panel?
I don't
well,
think so.
If you guys ever get to see him, ask him what happened, because he was so unprofessional. They're gonna guess, oh my God. You know, like, so funny though. I mean, that's what probably broke the ice is you know, Gaten and Caleb like, oh my God, Millie, did you like it? You know, Finn, what happened? I was like, guys, you guys are so weird. Go get a life. Okay, next question.
Thank you. Yes, hi.
Hi, my name's Lexi, and I'm from Dallas. If the show Stranger Things was set in England, what do you think it would be like?
Whoa. Ooh.
If it was set in England, what would it be like? I don't know if it would really...
I think we'd all be... I think David Harbour... I don't even know. I think Winona would be like this rich princess. Eleven's like a lost princess with this beautiful gown on, like, oh Mike. You know, I don't know. Honestly, that's a weird question, but why not?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Sergio from Chicago, and how does it feel to go like from 0 to 100 in the film industry and gain all this popularity all of a sudden?
0 to 100.
Well, she did work before. I mean, you played Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. I actually went, so I'm referring to like IMDb. I was in the millions of best actors. And then I was one. Like, that's crazy. And I remember seeing like Jennifer Lawrence at one, and I was like, oh, maybe one day. I mean, and I had done Intruders, Modern Family, and NCIS, Grey's Anatomy. And I do all these shows, and I thought, what am I now? And I was like, 1,300,000. I was like, oh, that's still very good. Getting close. And then one night I was in Palm Springs, and after the show aired, and I looked at my phone, I saw best show was Stranger Things. Best actor, Millie Bobby Brown. I was like, oh, okay. I don't think I'm ready yet. Can we just pause? Yeah, it was very weird. So thank you for saying that, though. I don't class myself as, you know, Meryl Streep's like, oh, you know, I don't know.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Celine. I'm from Chicago. I was just wondering how you got an audition to be on Stranger Things.
Yeah, a lot of people wonder this. You just could have an agent, and I just kept going. Like, I had to do 4 auditions for Stranger Things. So I started one, and they were like, oh, you're good. Okay, we'll see. And the second one, and then the third one I found out, you know, like, who kind of my character was. The fourth one, I was like, oh my God, come on, people, you know. And then they was like, all right, we want to Skype with you. So we Skyped, and with Carmen Cuba and the Duffer Brothers, they were like, oh, so what's your favorite movie? And was talking about like nothing about the show, and I was like, goodness, what are they doing? Crazy people, you know, they should be prepping. And then they were like, do you want to come out to LA? So I was like, sure. So I flew over to LA for a screen test, and I met Finn and this other boy who was going to play Mike, and then Finn met this other girl who's going to play 11, and we all screen tested with each other. So it was really weird. Like, I remember and he was like, Millie, like the girl was, you were 11, and I was like, you were Mike, like immediately we knew, and then we got the jobs the next day, so it's crazy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's always a long process, and then it's like, okay, you got it.
All right, yeah,
it's
well
kind of
done.
shocking.
Congratulations.
Yes, hi.
Hi, my name is Eva. I'm from Chicago. I'm a huge fan of the show. I was wondering which character you can most relate to in Stranger Things.
Probably Lucas. Like, I'm like very sensible time to time. Don't quote me on that. But like, I'm kind of like the one always being like, no, that's not a good idea. It's dangerous, Sometimes. If it's like, something really fun, I'm like, screw it, let's do it, But yeah, I mean, it's great. I don't really know. I mean, I think I love all of them, but I mean, I could never be Dustin, because Dustin's just got energy like constantly, and Mike, I can't even think about Mike. I don't know. Good question though. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Okay, so in the show, more so Joyce and the boys than you, but they have to make the choice to fight that the Upside Down is real and no one believes them. If in real life the Upside Down was real and you knew about it but no one believed you, what would you do?
There's a lot of hypotheticals in there.
Whoa. I would fly to New Zealand. Most likely. Get out of that place, honestly. That's dangerous. That's what I would do.
Yeah, not worry about trying to convince people, just go.
No, you know what, you deal with that. I'm gonna go.
I think that's a solid plan.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, I'm Daniel from Chicago, and I'm dressed up as Dustin. I just gotta say the line, she's our friend and she's crazy!
Very good. Well executed.
My question is, you did some stuff on I think it was BuzzFeed, where you tried Pop Rocks and other things that you hadn't previously.
Right.
Has there been any other major culture shock instances that you've had?
Yeah, record player, that's it. Sorry, I went blank for a second. I had no idea what a record player was until I went on set and I saw what it was and I was like, whoa, this is cool.
I grew up
my goal
listening to
for
that.
Christmas. So I love it. Yeah, thank you though.
Thank you, and you look great.
Yeah, you look great.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm from Chicago. I just want to know, how do you think the show would turn out if it was in modern time?
If it was in modern time?
They wouldn't turn out very good. Not at all. Because you've just got so many people that would get involved. Whereas that was just a small town, and now we have a news. Now things will go on. People would call. The automated messages when you get a tornado coming. Get out of the house, hide under a sofa. Stuff like that. So that would be there's a Demogorgon coming. Try not to die. So it wouldn't turn out very well. I think we handled it nicely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have time for 2 more questions.
Okay.
Hi, Millie. This is Tito from California. I just want to say the show is absolutely awesome. I wish Halloween was tomorrow for season 2. My question to you is, what advice would you give an actor like me that's trying to make acting a career and make it a dream come true?
Don't take yourself too seriously. That's a serious, because you can't, you'll never be as good as someone. Think of it that. And that's really negative, but I'm never going to be as good as Meryl Streep or, I don't know. Just think of an actor that you look up to. So you keep building yourself to their level, and then you're going to be at their level, and they'll be even higher. That's how you think of it. Also, just don't give up, because you just can't. I got so many no's before I got a yes. I think it's out of 50 no's, you might get a callback. you know. So like, just keep going. Never think you're above yourself, because you're always going to be grounded. Remember where you come from. Remember who got you there, like my dad and my parents, you know. So just be minded that like these things, and also like don't moan about things, because there's much worse things going on in this world right now. And you know, if you don't get a job, it's like, okay, I haven't got a job, that's fine. You know, there's people starving and, you know, dying, and you've got to remember that part, you know. That's why I'm going to start helping people completely. Now I have that platform, then you start to build and help other people. So.
And I think, yeah, absolutely. And what you've done so great is, you know, embracing what makes you unique and turning that into your assets, you know?
Yeah,
so.
like individuality. Don't make yourself like every other human being out there with that's why I cut my hair off. Like, don't have the blue eyes and blonde hair and be like all really cutesy, you know, cut your hair off, be edgy, and that's what they like about you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Journey, and I'm from Chicago. I'd want to know, who is your favorite celebrity that you've met ever?
It's probably hard to pick
I
one.
don't want to say anyone, because they might get, I don't know. Lily Collins was a big one. And then, I mean, obviously Meryl Streep. Sorry, I keep mentioning
She's pretty
her.
good.
She's just Meryl Streep. Like, she's everything. You know, when last year I was, you know, working, and I went to a dancing, So You Think You Can Dance, and Maddie was hosting, and I was like, oh my goodness, she's there in front of me. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking, Maddie Ziegler. And so my dad was like, oh, they just want you backstage for something. I went backstage and she was standing there. And I was like, oh my goodness, she's right there. So I went up, and we're best friends now. Like, but before that, like, I was freaking out, you know. It's so great when you get to meet someone. Like, that's why I do these, because you guys can get to meet who you want to meet. Like, you have to give them that opportunity, because some people can't go to the Golden Globes and meet people, you know. So that's why I give you guys the opportunity to come and meet your idols and your inspirations.
Absolutely, and we are so grateful that we know it's such a tight filming schedule. You flew in this morning, you're flying out at 5, so thank you so much. Make sure you go downstairs and say hi, and one more round of applause, Millie Bobby Brown.